Hello friends and welcome to this video. Today I'm gonna show you and I'm gonna talk a little bit about this game called Star Control 2. Specifically, I'm gonna go through the ending sequence and the ending fighting that is really, it's really cool, and it actually takes a lot to get to this point. So I wanted to show you the ending sequence. Right now I just got into the system where activating this pet that is making all these ships get away from that system, and so I can go ahead, and the objective is to destroy that platform that is there. The game is really cool. It's better to save the game very often, and again, it comes in various versions. It's an abandonware software, meaning that you can still buy it, but you can also find it for free and download it, like I said in my previous video. So I have here different ships. I'm gonna use one of these ships to fight the escort first. This is very tricky. The cool thing about this ship is it has this shield that if you activate it at the right time, it actually recharges and avoids damage to your ship. But if you activate it when you are not getting hit, then the ship gets consumed and you get destroyed. But the whole trick here is to get into the right angle with your ship, so the other one cannot hit you and you can. So it's pretty cool. It takes some practice. To be honest, it took me a few times before I could win the game, and other few times more in order to make this video. But just a matter of practice with the ships. These two ships, the green and just crashed into the planet there. That happens quite often. There is some gravitational forces in the fighting scene that are really cool, and actually you can control them depending on your ship. But most of the time the computer controls that, and it's very good to make you crash into the planet. Especially using the ships that I'm using now. Some ships that are faster and have more pull, but it really depends. So you see, once you get into the right angle, it's very hard for them to destroy you. But to do that, it really takes some practice. Well, the green ships are really the easiest to defeat with this type of ship, the weak. So and the computer, though, the artificial intelligence that plays the game is really smart, especially at this end game. And although you can see me winning there kind of easily, it's not so easy if you don't know the tricks. You see, many times you just pop up right in front of the ship, and that really can be a disadvantage. So this game is really cool. For a 90s game, it still stands its ground. Actually, when I first got the game, first of all, I got this game in my teen years. I never was even close to solve it. I mean, it came with a star map. It was so massive that it was a little bit overwhelming. My English at the time was not very good. Actually, I didn't speak English at the time, but I was able to read it a little bit, enough for me to give me some hints. But anyway, it's really a massive game. It takes a long time to finish. So, well, after a while, I guess I gave up. I could never finish it, So, when I got my hands into it for free just a few days ago, I was totally drawn into it. There are different versions. There is the original version that you have to use something to emulate the DOS. I started with that and used DOSBox, but soon I became really tired of playing it, because in order for you to create your ship and make it powerful, you have to collect resources from the planets, and that takes forever. I mean, it's really cool and I like it, but I was thinking, gosh, I don't want to spend so much time in this 90s game. But so what I did is, after a full day of playing, the first day I played on 4 AM. Can you believe, guys? I had never done that in a long time, and this game really got it. It really made me play on 4 AM, and I even didn't realize it when I saw the clock. It's like, wow, I'm getting tired, and it was 4 AM. So after the next day, I was semi-obsessed with it. I wanted to finish it. I wanted to see the final ending that I'd never seen. So what I did was research a little bit. I found a walkthrough solution, which is really, you need it. You can't really do it without. It's too many quests. The star map is too massive. If you don't know where to look for the specific coordinates, where to look for things, you have to buy that information from another race, and to buy that information from that race, you have to know the location of some rainbow planets and some other stuff and life forms, and that in itself is a big undertaking. It will take weeks. So I found this kind of solution manual, and actually I found 3 of them. I used all of them, and then I wanted to have unlimited money, so I could just skip the resource collection in the planets, which is an important part of the game, but after you do that for a full day, you don't want to do it anymore, you know, especially with a 90s game. So I found a way to modify, or a game editor that allows you to create your ship and put whatever you want into it, and especially, most importantly, have unlimited money, which is what I used. I didn't tweak my ship, I just gave myself unlimited resources or money, so I didn't have to go through the planets and do all that. So in order for me to use that, I discovered that I needed a kind of improved version that it works for Windows. It seems that a team of programmers have ported this game to Windows, and not only that, they created the music that you're hearing. Well, let me continue this in a few seconds. Here I just destroy all the escorts, and now I'm going to fight the main platform.
You'll never break through that. The only opening to the asteroid shield is covered with a powerful force screen. One touch of that screen, you're history, Captain. To destroy the Sumatra.
So he's explaining that you have to destroy all these energy shields, and then you can get into the platform. It reminds me a lot of Star Wars. I guess it has some influences on that. Every game, you know, every science fiction game or movies on the 90s and 80s have some kind of influence of Star Wars, I guess. I guess that's my, well, at least that's my opinion. Although the game is very different, but this specific scene or let's say quest counts or reminds me of that. The dialogue here is really cool. I have to say, when you talk to different alien species, it's really funny, and this game made me laugh. Even today, it made me laugh. So, well, this scene that you're seeing here, I'm trying to get to the platform so I can destroy those red circles there. But it's although I kind of did it not so much difficulty, it's kind of hard. First of all, you're getting attacked by those green balls that kind of bounce you away from the station. You see, I cannot even get close yet. And then those fireballs get to you, and although I had these 3 satellites and this kind of ship that are protecting me, they don't protect you for long, and any other ship will be destroyed really quickly. So I really recommend to get this Avenger, I think, type of ships. And once you get close, then you can go ahead and destroy these bubbles. But again, these green balls keep bouncing you around like a ping pong, and it was really fun to play. I really recommend that you get to this point and play it. It was really fun to play. And what I was gonna say, you see that I got destroyed really quickly, but I have a full complement of ships almost, so sooner or later I get this destroyed. Also depends on your luck. Sometimes you appear close to the station like now, so it's much easier to destroy at least 2 or maybe even 3 of these shields. Other times you appear very far away from the station, so that really sucks, and probably you're gonna lose your ship. So while we are watching this battle, you know, you see that I will have only 2 energy shields left and plenty of ships, so it's just a matter of time. And you see, if you appear close to the station, then it's kind of easier, unless, you know, you get bounced. And you know, sometimes you have to play smart. When you get bounced by these spheres, you maybe have to go with the momentum and let them carry you to the direction they are just hitting you. Use that momentum to reach to the shield. But again, it's kind of easier said than done. But with some practice, you know, especially with the hyper melee mode or the hyper combat mode that the game has, it's really cool. By the way, that mode is great. It works perfectly, and it's very fun to play. It's very fun to play. It also works online too, so you can play with somebody else. This game is really amazing, I have to say. I never got to this part in my youth, or when I was younger, so to say. So it was amazing to see it. I had to play like 2 or 3 times before I won it, and maybe again 2 or 3 times to do this video. Um, and the ending sequence is really worth watching, even though there's nothing impressive in terms of graphics. But the team has done a great job. The team that remake this game kind of, or let's say like updated it, creating voices for the dialogues, and they had done an amazing job. And also with the music is kind of true to its original music, which was not real music. It was created with the computer. It was how can I say that, synthesized music. So it was not really music with instruments, and they kind of put that real soundtrack to this game plus real voices. They had done a tremendous job. It improves the game so much, and it makes it so much more enjoyable. The graphics are the same, but I think that's actually better than remaking the whole game. Although there is a version online I found that has completely revamped the game and had also added high definition graphics. You see, now I destroy all these spheres. I'm pressing the escape key so I can switch ship. You can only do this at this point, and all I had to do to win the game is get into that opening there, and the game is over, and we can watch the ending sequence.
I did it!
You are planting the bomb. It's really cool. It reminds me, of those sci-fi movies. And there is a very hot scene with this chick early in the game that is really worth watching. And it's very funny too. And the drawings are good. It's of course nothing impressive, especially for today's time. But that games are like movies. But still, I think the game really blew me away when I was a teenager, and it's doing a good job also now entertaining me. So it's really an amazing game. The plot, the stories, and especially the script. The dialogue is really, really good. And of course, the fighting combination with the exploration, it's an amazing combination. Of course, this will depend on your taste too. I really love everything that is related to space. The whole idea of having a shield surrounding the Earth and making the Earth a slave planet is really awesome. Actually, I'm surprised that they haven't done a movie similar to this. It's a long ending scene, but it's really worth it after all the game time that somebody put into it. It took me 3 days, believe it or not, to solve this game using 3 different solution manuals, the unlimited money cheat, and then everything else. But of course, it's really actually 2 days, since the first day I was not using the cheat and I was doing it normally, and then I realized I better change. At this point, really, the game reminds me of a movie. It's kind of giving you some flashback, and it's also setting the stage for maybe a sequel. Which actually there is a sequel, Star Control. It's called Star Control 3, but it was not successful at all. I remember playing it a long time ago and not enjoying it at all. I didn't spend even 2 hours playing it, but I actually don't remember it much, so I may go back to it and check it out. This is the final credits with the music and some kind of funny comments. on the all the let's call them characters of the game, and I think some of the things they said is kind of funny. Again, if you like this, this is my first game review. I'm doing this with this game. It's a game that I just came into my hands recently, after many years of not even seeing it. So let me know what you think. Also, if you haven't played Star Control 2, by all means, I strongly recommend that you download it. It's gonna blow you away. Well, if you have the same taste that I do, and especially for free, you know, you can miss that. It's very fun to play, and especially if you like these kind of games. You could also, alternatively, if you can stand the simpler graphics, which I understand, maybe I kind of like them because it's kind of I have some kind of memories with them, and maybe you don't. So there is a version, like I said, that has high definition graphics, so maybe you can go ahead and download that. And the game has many quests or tasks that you have to complete for different species and make different alliances and stuff. So you have to interact with different alien species, and depending on what you say, you know, you have different results. You also have to trade, so it's really interesting. And again, the music has been revamped, so even though if you want to hear the original music, you can do so. And I still remember the original music, and that day that I played the original version, I really thought it was great, the original music. Although it's like, you know, synthesized and sounds like little bells, but it was so well done that it still stands its ground. You know, I was so obsessed in the second day. No, actually, in the third day, I wanted really to finish this game. I wanted to set it to peace, so to say. I just wanna finish it, and that's it. You know, that I started playing in the morning in a weekend, and it was 3 or 4 in the afternoon when next time I see the clock, and I didn't even have lunch, which is something insane. I'm telling you, this never happened to me before. I was so obsessed, wanted to finish it, that even with all the walkthrough manuals, and I always get deviated here or there to do something else in the game, and I ended up really not even having lunch. And the best part, it was a good diet, because I didn't even feel hungry. I stopped playing just because I had to do something, have an appointment, so then I realized the time that it was, and then I stopped playing. But I think maybe no other game has done this recently for me, which is amazing. But of course, this also has to do with the fact that when I was a teenager, I really wanted to solve this game, and I spent weeks trying to figure it out. And again, with the English barrier, it was 10 times worse or harder, so it was impossible for me to solve it. So it was like an old score that I needed to settle to. So I was saying, let me know if you have played this, what are your memories about Star Control 2, or the times that you were playing Star Control 2. When do you play it? Do you play the original one? If so, where do you buy it? How do you find it? In which country were you playing it? How long did it take you to finish it, if you ever finished it at that time? And what age were you? That's also kind of important. And also tell me you have played recently. I'm sure there is some kind of hard core fans of this game around, especially since I've seen so many versions of it, and so actually people have put a lot of resources to create new versions. So if you are a fan, just let me know, you know, if you can, just write some comments so I can see. You know, it's also always interesting to connect with people and to see what are your impressions about the game and in general. Also, it's nice to share anecdotes and about this game. Again, this game has some kind of sentimental value to me, you know, because I was playing it in a certain time of my life, and I really wanted to solve it. So, you know, finally 2013, I solved it with a lot of help, I have to say, and but it feels good though. It feels good to have put it to rest and have played it, and it gave me 3 good days, 3 solid days of very good gameplay, plus an extra day to make this video too. Well, it's not a full day, of course, but let's say an hour or so. So it's good. It was really good. Okay, guys, these are all the credits, not only about the credits of the original game, but all the credits also of the newer version, you know, with the voices and all. And it's kind of interesting, the characters are acting like actors, and it really reminds me of some bloopers, you know, from movies, like Jackie Chan movies and stuff like that. Okay, guys, I'm gonna leave you now, and I'm gonna leave stop my commenting until the end. There's only about 3 or 4 more minutes, so I'll let you enjoy the music and you know, the funny letters and also the credits. So thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to comment or like this video if you like it, and watch my channel. And I may start doing some more videos about games and stuff like that. But again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time.